I'm sitting there with chili fried steak, extra gravy, mashed potatoes, extra gravy. I was a grown man before I realized that gravy was not a beverage. You can trust me on this. If your daughter is dating a guy who sprays his butter, there ain't gonna be no grandkids.
Hey, I'm Layne.
I'm Thien, and this is
Wow! What?
It's our reaction show, and we want to welcome you to the
Dead Comics Club!
Layne, as president, you want to call this meeting to order?
I call this meeting to order!
Order. Official meeting has begun. Want to welcome you to Dead Comics Club. What do we do here?
And here at the Dead Comics Club, we pay tribute to the great comics of the past who are no longer with us.
That's right. And this is where we debuted the standard of comedy rankings. The new standard that we call the cookie sheet. Cookie sheet of comedy! So our president, who is a connoisseur of comedy, this is his ranking.
Not to everybody.
Right? So far we got John Panette, Louis Anderson, Rodney Dangerfield, Mitch Hedberg. That's controversial.
Come on, man.
And then the so-called funniest man in America, who's actually number 5 right now, Mr. James Gregory. Some people are like, hey, we got to, they don't like those Southerners, those people from the state of Georgia. Want him to kick out that intellectual stoner.
They're like, you just don't get him.
Yeah, you don't get him
from here. You
don't get him. And then people think Rodney. We're giving Rodney no respect.
We're not giving him respect.
That he should bump Louis Anderson. But hey, this is our cookie sheet.
Yeah.
Right, and this is our list. And argue, okay. But, okay, this is the thing. We're doing 2 more segments of James Gregory, and he gets 2 more opportunities to see if he moves up a little bit.
Good start.
Yeah. So we're going to do part 2 of his special called Food
Isn't Fatal.
Isn't Fatal, and it's with the Dry Bar Comedy Hour. It's in Utah. So we did part 1 already. We're going to do part 2 today. Before we get to our reaction, hey, we want to give away some merch. If you are one of our 200,000 subscribers,
hey, baby,
you could win one of these. One of these shirts, right? So what we do is our president looks through the comment section,
scrolling,
and if he finds something that he likes, he saves the name, and we call out a name, and we give away a shirt 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
People.
So you pick out someone?
Yeah, here's our winner for today. It is... All right.
It's
Lois Rubico.
Rubico.
All right.
Lois.
Let us know if we butchered that name, but congrats. Thanks for your comments. Very nice.
Yes. Hey, Lois. Hey, thanks for... I like the ladies. Ladies keep it... They're so positive. That's one thing. The ladies are like, they're so much nicer in the comment section, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, bless your heart, you poor Asian boys. You're trying so hard.
You're trying so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. I pity you.
Lois, thank you. Look through our merch store. See something that you like, and email us. Email us here at wowwhat@gmail.com, and we'll send it to you for free, okay?
All right, congrats.
Okay, so this is part 2 of Food Isn't Fatal.
All right.
And one more thing about intellectuals. Well, more so than the rest of us, we all could be somewhat concerned. They're just overly concerned about this thing called climate change or global warming. Let me tell you folks about global warming, especially you young folks out there. Don't worry about it. And I'll tell you why. Just trust me on this. For as long as I have been alive, it's been hot in the summer. Now this right here is almost unbelievable. Some summers have been hotter than others. You know what it is? It's just weather. There's so many things in this world that we should worry about, but we worry about things we should not worry about, and the weather is one of them. You know, let me give you an example. And I didn't see this on the TV news. This was in the USA Today just a couple of days ago. All right, we all know that usually August is the hottest month of the year. And they're predicting that this coming August, for the month of August, it's going to be about 2 degrees hotter than the previous August. Well, let's take a minute and think about that. Here's what we should ask ourselves. Why is that even in the news? Think about that. Here's all they're saying. They don't mean tomorrow, next week, next weekend, but 7 months from now. 7 months from now, it might be 2 degrees hotter than it was 5 months ago. What's gone is gone. And between now and August, we all might get hit by a big old truck. Also, those folks, they're the ones that are just too overly concerned about all the endangered species thing.
This is spotted owl. People talk about this.
I got the courage to say this. I got a theory that not one single person really cares about the long-tailed kangaroo rat. And they shouldn't. It's a rat. It's a damn rat. Do you realize in the past 40 years, the American taxpayer has spent tens of millions of dollars trying to save that rat? It's a rat. It's a rat. See, we pretend we care about it. We don't even know what it looks like. If that rat walked across this stage right now, not one person would go, "Be careful, that could be a special rat." But when you leave tonight, you would tell everybody, "They'll go back over there, there's rats everywhere." It's a rat. It's a rat. My niece is involved in that. I tease her a lot, but they say the same thing. Well, there's not many of those rats left. Good. I hope it dies. It's a rat. For me to worry about endangered species, you would have to convince me that we're almost out of chickens. See, I love fried chicken, by the way. I'm particularly partial to Popeye's chicken. You know what I think is endangered in this country? Chicken legs. Here's what I mean. This may have happened to you. I go into Popeyes. I want a 3-piece snack. I want a chicken breast and 2 drumsticks. And the young lady says, I'm sorry, sir. We're out of drumsticks right now. What? Well, I'm not like most people. I don't go, well, okay. I want somebody to explain that to me. I said, go get the manager. Oh, no. I know he's out there mopping, but go get him. You are in the chicken business. You have a neon sign on the window that says chicken. You have billboards along the interstate system advertising chicken. You spend multi-millions of dollars on network television advertising chicken. Yes. What happened to the drumsticks? When those chicken breasts come driving through, what were they riding on? Are these handicapped chickens? See, that's what I'm worried about. I don't eat spotted owl. And besides all that, I just love to eat. It worries me what's going on in our country. See, over the past 20, 25 years, the American people have gone completely wacko over that 4-letter F word, food. It's become so dangerous, you know what I mean? I think it's a generational thing, for example. You know, I work and travel with a lot of these young guys that are 1 to 2 generations behind. And I'm very concerned about some of the young guys. I mean, they're weird. They don't smoke. A lot of them don't even drink. Ain't that odd? It's like working with little girls, really. We always say at the same hotel, they'll call my hotel room and they'll go, we're going out running. You want to go? I'm like, do what? We going to run. You going? No, I ain't going. Now, tell you what, if you happen to jog by a Krispy Kreme, you can bring me something back. You know? And later on that evening, we'll go out to some restaurant for either lunch or supper, and I'm embarrassed to be with them. I wouldn't be embarrassed now if these were little girls or old ladies. But these are grown American men. And this happened just about a couple of years ago. I was doing a series of shows in Nashville, Tennessee. And they had me working with a 25-year-old comedian. Now, 25 is younger than me. But 25 is a grown man. Well, it used to be. So he said to me, he said, are you going out to eat after the show tonight? I said, I always do. He said, can I go with you? I said, sure. So anytime I'm in Nashville, or any other city really, if possible, I go to the TA truck stop. It's a truck stop, okay? It's important now that you envision the scenario of where we were. It was after midnight. We were at a truck stop. Not a 5-star French restaurant. A truck stop. There's real men in there. There's 3 acres of 18-wheelers parked outside. It's a truck stop. We come in, we sit down, 2 comedians surrounded by truckers. Waitress comes over. Big woman. Not a lot of teeth. Mustard everywhere. Old mustard. It was crunchy. All this young guy wanted was a salad. Nothing wrong with that. But he asked this truck stop waitress, did she know whether or not any of those salad ingredients had ever been exposed to any type of pesticides? She said, well, we spray for roaches every now and then. I don't think none got on the lettuce. Now, hold on. This gets worse. Remember now, she's talking to a man. What kind of dressing you want? He said, raspberry vinaigrette. She looked at me. She said, you know what he's talking about? A few minutes later, she put the food in front of him. He looked at it. He goes, oops.
Oops.
What grown man says oops? I didn't know it come with cheese on it. I can't eat that. I'm lactose intolerant. She said, honey, that's not lactose cheese, that's cheddar cheese. While those young guys are going through all that, I'm sitting there with chicken fried steak, extra gravy, mashed potatoes, extra gravy. I was a grown man before I realized that gravy was not a beverage. Cornbread, lots of butter. Now, when I say butter, I eat real butter. Very few people, especially under the age of 25, they've never had real butter in their whole life. Here's how you know it's real butter. There's just two words on the carton. It simply says salted butter. I encourage people to please, 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 before your time on earth expires, please enjoy some real butter. I even say this, if there's children in the audience, get yourself some real butter. Shoplift it if you have to. It's worth the risk. It didn't kill your grandchildren. It didn't even hurt the pilgrims. It's just butter. And stay away from that effeminate, limp-wristed butter that we all have in our refrigerators today. And you know what I'm talking about. We got names like Heart Healthy, Healthy Choice, Smart Balance. I can't believe it's not butter. They also have, I can't believe it's not butter spray. It's a butter mist. You can trust me on this. If your daughter is dating a guy who sprays his butter, there ain't gonna be no grandkids.
There ain't gonna be no grandkids.
Without the real butter.
If he's spraying that, I can't believe it's not butter mist.
Whatever is in there.
Yeah. Okay. This is my love language. He's talking about food. This is the thing. Yeah.
Chicken fried steak. Gravy.
Yeah. My wife. We upgraded.
Put
She
some
was always
in there.
We're always the real butter. You know. We used to do the Tillamook, right? The real Tillamook, the expensive butter, and then we even found the Kerrygold Irish butter.
Oh,
that's some good stuff. It's like, oh man, leprechauns in that mess. Kerrygold real Irish butter,
real butter.
Chicken fried steak,
mo better butter.
He started with climate change, and then he talked about saving the kangaroo.
He talks about the endangered species.
So hey, people mentioned about the spotted owl.
Yeah, he didn't say much about it.
We never heard that bit. I thought it was going to be in this thing.
Yeah.
So man,
the setup was there. The setup was there.
It kind of maybe
he mentioned it once.
It sounded like they kind of knew what he was like. Maybe that's what he's known for. We never seen it, so he didn't do the spotted owl bit that some of you guys have been saying.
Yeah, maybe he exchanged the kangaroo rat.
Yeah, like most likely everyone there is Mormon. That's why it's called dry bar.
Yeah,
they don't drink.
Yeah,
they don't smoke. And he basically called people grown men who don't drink.
Oh yeah,
like your little girl, and you could tell no one thought that was funny.
There was kind of that unsure.
Well, yeah. Well, he kind of winked a little bit, but he,
all the ladies they clapped though when he said about the 25-year-olds, but they're not. They're not adults or.
Yeah, they're not grown men.
Yeah. He got a big laugh out of that.
Yeah, those ladies. So this is pretty good. I that last bit, like, hey, you ain't gonna have no grandkids if your granddaughter's married to a guy who that's
staying on his I can't.
I'll tell you what,
it's not butter.
I'll tell you what, you ain't having no grandkids. Yeah, well, okay.
Ooh,
okay.
Boy, yeah, that was the singer.
So we're gonna finish this this special. We got about 10 more minutes or so in part 3. So hope you tune in, and we got one more. Hey, Mr. James Gregory has one more chance. Right? I don't know if he's doing enough. So he got to close strong.
Yeah.
He got to close strong. I don't know. It's not yet. He didn't beat out Mitch Hedberg yet. I don't think. But it's up to our president.
He hasn't reached the
it's up to
I want him so much to be that.
Yeah, well, yeah.
But it's gotta be real. But we did get the comments of you just can't handle that. We're not from there.
That's you liberal hippies. You just want some limp-wristed comedy?
You California boys.
You hippies from California.
Huggers.
Right.
Anyways.
Tune in next time, okay? We're going to finish this up. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, all right. I'm Layne.
I'm Thien. And this is Wow. What? Hey, miss, can you get me some raspberry vinaigrette?
Oh, and while you're at it, can you get me the I can't believe it's not butter spray butter?